Hi guys, and welcome to a new episode on this channel. Today we will be talking about a Roosevelt. Guess which one? Is it Eleanor Roosevelt or Franklin Roosevelt? It's Eleanor Roosevelt! So let's get started. Now you all know who Eleanor Roosevelt is. She was the woman who did a lot of work for women back in those days, even after Franklin's death. She was a woman who was born with almost no confidence because she was trained up then by nuns. That was a joke, nuns. But then she found out that she was a very good, courageful person. She was also a good newspaper writer, and everything was just going well as she planned and hoped for. And she worked for the UN. But what is her true story? Well, we'll find out in this video. And if you really want to learn more, go into this book. So let's start with the basics. In 1884, Eleanor Roosevelt was born in New York City on October 11th. And in 1892, her mother died. And in 1894, her father died. In 1899, Eleanor attended a school called Allenswood School in England, and Eleanor marries Franklin Delano Roosevelt. In 1906, their first child Anna is born, and in 1909, Franklin Jr. is born and dies in the same year. And Eleanor Roosevelt was a good woman in many ways. For this part, I mean, having a child that was born in the same year and died in the same year is a bit of a coincidence. Oh, and by the way, the Roosevelt family, after she married Franklin D. Roosevelt, or Franklin Delano Roosevelt, for his full name, there is a lot to just talk about now. I mean, after Franklin D. Roosevelt, or FDR, aka Franklin D. Roosevelt, became president, they moved to the White House, which is what everyone really likes to do back then, and actually wanted to be back then, a president. It was just a very good job title, and everything that was good and happening in the Roosevelt family and the history of the Roosevelt family was just as good as it could have been for anybody to be with their people. I mean, Franklin D. Roosevelt eventually got polio, but what did that matter to him? He just used it up and just thought of it as a blockade. And he tried to fix that blockade with a lot of medicines and a lot of other treats, too. And that's all it took for Franklin D. Roosevelt to just get into this world. But since we're talking about Eleanor Roosevelt, we'll skip all the way until Franklin D. Roosevelt died. And then that's when Eleanor Roosevelt's story actually begun. Because that was when people started noticing her. Because she started working for the United Nations and everybody was just having a very good time. No, not this guy. But then all the things that we've done that she did for this world was a pretty big story. Okay, what am I saying here? Okay, my point is that Eleanor Roosevelt was a great woman. And when she died, she was even greater than she could have imagined herself to be. And that's all I just like to talk about Eleanor Roosevelt. So, that's all, folks. I hope you guys enjoyed this episode, and if you guys did enjoy this episode, please like, share, and subscribe to this channel if you haven't already, and I'll see you in the next episode. Stand out, and peace.